I am Nicole Espinosa, and this is Jack Be Nimble. He's the needle, and I'm the thread, and together we weave a tapestry of connection with the people and the land, forming a rich and luxurious blanket of love wherever we go. We have great beauty in our own backyard. Come with me on the Southwest Solo Vision Quest.
Time to leave the city, guys, and hit the road looking for answers.
Launching on Highway 8 from San Diego, I was thrilled when I got to Arizona and the campground was empty.
So I've dehydrated some food for tonight. And since dehydration takes a little while, I've just dehydrated a bunch of the same dinners and then have different sauces. Spice it up, baby. I like to add garlic that punches up the flavor, fresh garlic. My trick is putting the dehydrated dinners in a thermos in the morning. And by evening, so this is the dehydrated food, each measured out for a dinner. You put it in the thermos in the morning. And you add boiling water, and by the evening, it is all reconstituted. So this is ground beef, rice, vegetables, and lentils. And I am going to add garlic. And you can buy these pouches of sauces. They have them in the store now, Indian sauces. And they're concentrated, and you just add water. Put them back in a Ziploc and save the rest for another night. I'm camping tonight in Arizona. Painted Rock Campground. I am the only one here. The sun is just setting, and I am hungry. So let's light this stove up. Put a little olive oil in the pot. Oh, that is delicious. Yowza, baby. Add a little water. Add some water, punch it up with some fresh chopped garlic. That doesn't take too much space in your... Add the reconstituted dehydrated food. Some lentils in there. Everything gets hard. You cook rice the normal way you would, and you do the same in a Pyrex baking dish. Same with lentils, same with vegetables, which is grated cauliflower and chopped up summer squash. And it's all, and it can be put in a Ziploc bag rather than vacuum packed. And when it's done right, it can last up to a year. That's dinner, folks. I mean, I set up camp, and I'm starving, and I rode about 7 hours today. So having food that only takes less than 5 minutes to prepare is the way to go when you're a hungry adventure motorcyclist. And for dessert, I'm going to have ginger tea with honey and a Cliff Bar. And I'm going to go for a midnight walk, cruising around here, watching the sunset. You guys, that's a good one. I like that sauce. So that is Suki's Gourmet Indian Food. Home Chef Collection, classic Indian curry sauce. I'm loving it. We have some more. We have fresh ginger to punch things up too. I'm the only one here. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to sit and relax in my chair. Hi. My first sight here is at Painted Rock. What a beautiful night it was. This is following along the southern trail that Juan Baptista de Anza explored, one of the famous Spanish explorers here. This is called Painted Rock, and there's a reason why. We're finding some gorgeous, gorgeous petroglyphs here. And this is from the famous people, the tribes, the Udam people. They were actually descendants from the Hohokam tribe, and they left their mark here. I actually felt energy last night as I slept. I was the only one here. There's no one around. It's pretty remote at this campground, and I felt it. Felt vibration in my feet, kind of feeling the past of what these people had gone through. They left their mark here, and some of these petroglyphs were just symbols that they drew into the rock, using their tools, other rocks as well, sharp obsidian possibly. And they could have been meanings from visions that they had, leaving ideas of things along their vision quest. So I find it very timely that I spend my vision quest journey, the first night of it, here at Painted Rock. They have spirals. They have men and lizards. Many animals. Animals, men, lizards. Spirals, probably the tools, the farming tools that they used. This is along the famous southern trail that follows the Gila River. Grids and things you'll find. Snakes. We have snakes around here, folks. Gotta watch where I'm walking. Touching a piece of history. Kind of a neat feeling. All right. We are gonna whip up a little cappuccino, folks. First I'm gonna do powdered milk into my stainless steel cup by Cans Outdoors. Thanks, Harold. A little scoop of organic powdered milk. Add some water and some sugar. So whip that up, get the lumps out, add some sugar, and then we'll get the little mini espresso maker going. Warm up the milk. Then you get your little mini espresso maker. I'm going to bring this up close for you guys to see. Fill water right in there, just below the valve. Isn't that great? It's cute. Then you put the coffee in there. You don't have to tamp this stuff down. You fill it to the top. The amount is already measured. If you like a weaker brew, you can use less coffee, but I like strong. Light this up again. I like to save my gas. Put that right on there. Then I'm gonna put together some scrambled eggs with a little, I'm gonna test out ghee butter this time. Let's pull out the ghee butter. Ghee butter is clarified butter, and you do not have to refrigerate it. You put a little bit of cheese. You can make cheese, harder cheese lasts a long time by wrapping it in wax paper and then foil. I'm using Gruyere cheese. I just like the sound of it. Let's chop up some onion. And eggs can last a little while, a few days. Probably even up to a week if it's cooler weather without being refrigerated. I love this ceramic knife. Comes with its own rubber sheath so it stays protected. How about some mushrooms, folks? I like onions and mushrooms in my scrambled eggs. I do. Gives it that little special flavor. Get that ready. Cut a little cheese. I hear it boiling in there. So my first day on the road yesterday was great. Coming from San Diego yesterday. And taking the 8, Highway 8, was fun. I hit some wind. There was strong winds coming through Highway 8 in the beginning. They gave my neck a workout. A little bit of it. My windscreen deflects the wind to the top of my helmet. Not completely off, because I don't like big wind-resistant windscreens on my bikes. So it's a little scrambler fly screen that was built for the Triumph. Let's do 3. I'm hungry. A little salt and pepper. I don't believe it. The ghee is still solid. And I'm in Arizona, and it's 95 to 98 during the day. A bit warm when you're wearing all the gear all the time, huh? I struck gold in them there hills. Oh, look at that! Got a little excited, I see. All right. I haven't done this in a while, can you tell? So that's why it's nice to have it up close. If I had a little mini espresso cup right here, it would go right in the cup. A little bit of ghee butter, huh? I like this lightweight cutting board that can just roll up. And I'm using this GSI Outdoors nesting cook set. This is actually for a family, but this is perfect size for me. I don't need a pan, I just use this one pot. I have a little bit of time, so I'm having a leisurely breakfast this morning. Then I'm going to head into Gila Bend, then start going down south. Hitting southern Arizona on this trip. A couple years ago I did, oh that smells good. A couple years ago I did mid to northern into Sedona, gorgeous, 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 and to north rim of the Grand Canyon. You guys, we need smell-o-vision. Smelling good. My kids, Alana and Dimitri, actually Alana just turned 12. Her taste buds are exploding. So now when I'm cooking in the kitchen, sauteing onions, and especially she's a little garlic fiend, cutie pie, it'll wake her up. So she follows her nose to some of the new smells that she's liking. Gotta love it. Get them interested in the kitchen at a young age. Taste this. Ooh, that's good coffee. Delicious. These guys are cooking. Get that cheese in there. Stir these babies up. I like my eggs soft. Hey, this is a trick, you guys. For camping, whether it's motorcycle, car, backpacking, you put your stuff away exactly where you got it. Every place has its home. So if you're going on a longer trip like I am, I'm doing 3 weeks this time, yeehaw! Then you always know where everything is. That's key. All right, a little grub. That is good. My little bug friend. Powdered milk has its own flavor. Camping, you're used to it, so it's an acquired taste, but to have cream, milk-like substance on your trip, it's well worth it. Bon appetit. Thanks for joining me. This is what I love. Easy cooking on a Primus stove that attaches to the canisters so easily when I'm in the US. And you can get canisters anywhere here. When I'm in other countries though, I like to use multi-purpose, multi-fuel stove. You can get gas from the bike. But here, this is probably the easiest. And this is the Alite Mayfly chair. Woo! This is so comfortable. This is a beaut. I tested this on this first trip out with this chair, and I'm loving it. It breaks down really small and simply. Easy to put together and take apart. And it fits right in this tiny little pouch. Just like a tent, the magnetic poles. Beautiful, beautiful design. And it also gives you nice little instructions on the bag. Beautiful. And off we go. And folks, I graduated from ratchet straps to rock straps. Military grade, these babies were brilliantly designed. And I'm hooking this up to my Rugged Rider adventure rack that wraps around my sport rack for my larger adventure loads. That just goes through the loop. Bungees will kill you. They will loosen up eventually, get hung up in your wheel, and it can be a fatal mistake to use a bungee. But with these rock straps, the design is so brilliant, and it works perfectly with this bungee portion of the strap that adjusts with the shifting of the loads. And the loop goes in underneath, and you just pass the buckle through the eye of the loop. Loosen it up, put it around your load, and cinch it down with the bungees. It keeps it in place beautifully, both sides. And then tie some knots. You don't want these straps flying. These straps aren't long enough to get wrapped in the wheel, but I've had that happen to me before on my ratchets. Going 70 miles an hour, a little bit scary. That old guardian angel was watching over me that day. Ready for takeoff, folks. Just a few little mods on this trip. We have Goal 0 Nomad 13 pack, facing the sun during the day. It attaches to the battery pack, which is in my dry bag, and charging. Then we have Wolfman tank bag with the new Powerlet, minus the sunglasses. Powerlet cable port, waterproof, going inside my tank bag. My inverter is attached to the cigarette adapter that they have, and into it is charging my cell phone. Nice, huh? Alright. I have a new upgraded stator by Racetech Electric, so I can run heated here in Colorado. Woohoo! Alright, new Dynajet kit, so I can hit some higher elevations. And it's boosted my power, I would say at least 20%. Ready to rock and roll.
Thanks for joining me on my first episode of my Southwest Solo. Stay tuned for the second episode when I drop my bike in the boonies with no one around to help. Until then, babies, keep flying, angels.